my third summer internship with Nowak and Fraus. In Huntington Woods, I spent a little bit of time on a road reconstruction project where they're doing water main, and some storm sewer. But most of my time I spent sidewalk repair project. It was about a $500,000 project. So I can officially say I've walked every piece of sidewalk in the city of Huntington Woods. Continue to develop the skills that I need to deal with people such as like angry residents and being a professional in this field and like representing the office and myself in the right way, especially when people aren't always super happy with you. I want to share a couple of those with everybody. First one was that after the cure compound had been sprayed on the sidewalk, we got a complaint that the sidewalk was too white and that it didn't match the old existing sidewalk from 1964 or whatever. It came from the road project, but after the curb had been poured, the residents started to complain that the road was too narrow, and they wanted to know what could be done, what type of spreaders could be brought out to push the curb that was already poured to widen the road. So overall, I had a great summer. I experienced the responsibility of running a job from the field and just really communicating with multiple different, groups of people. And I'm very thankful for my experience this summer and my past 2 summers with Nowak and Fraus.
I go to Michigan State. Next week I'll be heading up there for my 3rd year, pursuing a degree in civil engineering. And this is my first summer here and my first civil engineering internship as well. So coming in, I didn't know exactly what to expect, but I was placed on Pat's team working in the office for the first half of the summer, and then for the last part I was in the field doing the survey work. So I came in with minimal CAD experience, and I had never worked with Civil 3D, so those first couple of weeks was a lot of learning how the program worked and the little tips and the little shortcuts through it. But I did a lot of topos and additional topos and stuff of that nature, so this was probably the biggest one that I worked on. It was Autoliv off of Joslin Road, and when I first got it and was told to accomplish it, it looked very intimidating. There was just points everywhere and a lot to do, it was very rewarding to finish it, day by day, just piecing it together and edging along to finish it. So that's probably the biggest one that I worked on. The second half of the summer, I was out in the field doing survey work and construction staking and whatnot. And I think that was very beneficial because my first week out in the field, it helped for me. It helped for a lot of things to click in the office. It kind of came full circle, and I realized the stuff that we're doing out here, I can see what it'll look like when it comes into the office. Some of the bigger projects that I worked on, I did a survey at Ford Field, so pretty boring pictures, so I just decided to throw that up here. But it was fun being in downtown Detroit, and then the other big one that I worked on in Detroit was a bridge. It was a very long span of land that was to be surveyed, and so I thought in my head that I was going to take 3 weeks out in the field to accomplish, but then learning what's important to survey and what is important to, what needs to be done in the field and what doesn't, that helped. I learned a lot from there and ended up only taking a week, and then so hopefully I'll be able to take what I learned here and apply it my school year and further on. So thank you.
I go to Michigan Tech. I have 1.5 more years there. This summer I surveyed pretty much the entire summer. So just kind of talk about some of the main jobs I worked on. Old Woodward in Birmingham, that was definitely the job I spent the most time at. I pounded in a lot of stakes there. From the road, curb, to manholes, handholds, planters, ADA ramp. Road, that's one I spent quite a bit of time at. If you haven't been there, that road's really bad. As you can see, all these ripples, it's extremely wavy, extremely bumpy, so definitely needed it. That one, I think, was most beneficial is we had our own inspector out there, Mark. So it was interesting seeing how an inspector, surveyor, and contractors all kind of collaborated to do the job. That's a cool one. I like that one a lot too. I like that one a lot because they had That's in Royal Oak by the zoo. That's I think there's a parking structure and I think apartments. That's a cool job. One thing that's really cool about that is the cranes they have there. I just thought it really cool working around those, these huge massive drills and, you know, pounding the stakes and then 3 minutes later they drop one in there. It's pretty cool. Everybody, it's been a really good summer.
I'm going into my last year at Michigan Tech. I'm a civil engineering major and I'm going water resources, like PAC, I guess they call it. I've had 3 other internships experiences before this, and this has been most unique and beneficial, I think. At the beginning of the summer, I was at a job site with David Riccio doing Rutledge construction inspection. So I got to see like the whole project. So we get some pavement removal, and then we had to decide if we put geogrid or undercut areas for more stability. And I saw a lot of underdrain, and it was really cool just to see it from start to finish. We had to put aggregate basin, and I saw a lot of catch basin point ups. And then we had some concrete days. I got to see the in-place curb machine. We put asphalt over the entire site, and so it looked really good at the end. But there's obviously a couple problems. It didn't go all smooth. We come to the site and there's water everywhere, you know. And we had a gas line break. They pulled a lead out of the main, and we had to call consumers and go through that whole process. That ended at like the end of June, and so I've been in the office ever since. I've been doing topos, as-built surveys, easements. I worked with that like field builder, field manager, did the stakeout surveys, soil erosion plans, did a couple of revisions, and deliveries. It's been a great summer. I've learned so much with AutoCAD. I had minor little experience beforehand, and now I can do a lot in AutoCAD. It was great to see a variety of projects. I felt like I was always doing something different, which I really enjoyed, because I got to see a lot. Thank you.
This is my second civil engineering internship. Overall, it's been a very positive experience for me. Obviously, all new experience, just additional new surveying and new methods and everything. Everyone was friendly. The entire team was awesome. So welcome to the jungle. This was me for probably 5 or 6 weeks this summer, stuck in Novi. First picture there, we're doing a wetland survey, and that's pretty much taken before anything was like cut down. I think we were doing a tree survey right there with the good old 5600 total station right there. So we just cut a line with the machetes and we pointed out the tree, put it in the data collector, and away we went with 638 of those things. Picture, the third one over, is just a collection of all the stuff that we hauled into the woods every day and out of the woods. The last one, fun and games, not always. I got stung by 3 hornets walking out of the woods one day. The whole kit and caboodle of the summer, the biggest project. It took 2.5 weeks. This was the Novi Oaks Golf Center survey. So it was Alta/boundary/trees and topo. We topo 12 Mile Road down there. Matt trusted me with the GPS to get some ground shots. 50 foot on this golf range right there. And there's some fence posts right here. This is a swale down there. We have to also get ground shots 50 feet off of the property lines in each direction. These are all trees. I think we located 637 out of 638 trees. We had to do cross sections of a river that started over here and ended at a wall back here. We basically got the top of the bank, the toe of the river, and the center line of it. And at the very end, we also had to get some manhole pipe inverts and pipe sizes. So there's me holding 2 machetes and trying to look tough. In Saline High School, there was a ball field there. We had popped 100 manholes that day. My second year of civil engineering experience, I know exactly what I want to do now, and I love it.